In this film, Cahit Zarifoğlu is at your age. Do you want to be friends with him? Friends, this is Cahit Zarifoğlu. I'm a poet and writer, especially known for my poems and the tales I write for children. Would you like to know me better? Once upon a time, there was a person who wrote poems, stories, and fairy tales incessantly and thus never forgot his childhood. You thought I was telling a story again, didn't you? Actually, you weren't wrong, but this time I am the hero of the tale I'm telling you. I was born in 1940 in Ankara. I am originally from a family from Kahramanmaraş. My ancestors migrated to Maraş from Caucasus a long time ago. My father and mother also met in Maraş and got married. That's why I love both Caucasus and Maraş. As I will talk about in a moment, you will see that Maraş has a very special place, not only for me, but also for Turkish literature. My father was educated and well equipped in literature and Sufism. We had to change several cities because of his duty. That's why I spent my childhood in Siverek, Ankara and Maraş. My mother was fond of children's education. Even before I started school, he taught me to read and write, trained me in mathematics and fine arts. That's why my mother always has a special place for me. Also, I always wanted to do my own business so that I wouldn't be a burden to my mother. This was an important factor in the development of my personality. I went to Kahramanmaraş High School, also known as Black High School. Here, I met Rasim Özdenören, Alaaddin Özdenören, Erdem Beyazıt, Akif İnan, Nuri Pakdil, Ali Kutlay, who would later become very important literary figures, and we were interested in literature together. They called us 7 beautiful men for our future contributions to Turkish literature. I was a very quiet, calm, self-contained student. I would appear disinterested in conversations and arguments at friend meeting. Because of these features, they nicknamed me Aristotle. In those years, I was thinking and questioning the universe, the world, and life on the other hand. On the other hand, I was still working on my first poetry and short story essays. My first works were published in local newspapers of Maraş. There was a magazine of Maraş High School called Move, which added important value to Turkish literature. It had taken a break in publishing for a while. We started to publish the magazine Move again with my friends. During my school years, I was not only interested in literature, I also loved wrestling. That's why I signed up for the wrestling club and tried to be good at this sport. I once defeated a stronger wrestler than me with a technical move, and all my friends were astonished. I wanted to search for the meaning of life not only on earth, but also in the sky. Inwardly, I was dreaming of what it would be like to fly. So much so that I took a break from high school and enrolled in a flight school. I was at the certification stage when I had to give up my dream of flying due to a health problem in my ear. But I still did not compromise on my adventures and investigate side. You know, after university, I travelled to many European countries by car and made friends there. However, taking a break from high school made me fall behind in my studies. That's why I finished high school late. Most of my friends had gone to college. Until I finished high school, I worked both in magazine works and journalism. After graduating from high school, I entered the Department of German Language and Literature in Istanbul University. Due to economic difficulties I experienced during my university education, I worked in many jobs such as secretary, translator, and accountant. So it took me 10 years to graduate from university. but I never stopped writing and wrote many poems and stories. During this period, I met important poets such as Sezai Karakoç and Necip Fazıl, and I was often in their environment. These meetings also greatly influenced my world of thought and my poetry journey. In these, when I started my civil service in Ankara, together with my friends, one of the cornerstones of Turkish literature, a literary magazine, Mavera was founded by us. We tried our best to bring together the problems of humanity with literature. One of the events that saddened me in those years was the invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. I felt in my heart the difficulties faced by Muslim countries like this. I have reflected these feelings in my poems and other works. I even drew a similarity between the occupation of Maraş and these events, and I wrote a play called Sütçü İmam. While continuing my work, I wanted to present the child in me directly to the imagination of children. Adults also read these tales and poems that I wrote for children with enthusiasm. My fairy tale book, titled Yürek Dede ile Padişah, was awarded a Children's Literature Award by the Turkish Writers' Union in 1984. Friends, I have never stopped being unique, thinking, questioning, believing, working and being a child throughout my life. Do not give up on yourself, what you believe in, and most importantly, on being a child. Don't forget to come to Kahramanmaraş, the land of poets, and visit Kahramanmaraş High School to commemorate the 7 beautiful men.